All right, we're going Chapter 4, Section 3. If you take a look here, you want to create a parabola that contains the points, in this case 0, -2, -1, 5, and 2, 2. And you want to write the equation in a standard form. Your standard form is your y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, right? And what they're doing is they're going to put these points into the standard form. So we've got our standard form here, okay? And they're gonna do the 3 points. They're gonna put into the standard form. So if I put 0 in for x, which they did here, and I put -2 in for y, I can figure out what my c is. If I'm going to write something out in the standard form, y equals a times x squared plus b times x plus c, okay, we need to know what a, b, and c are. And that's what they're doing. They're solving that. Now, it's really easy when you use a 0 for x because it gets rid of everything here and you're just really left with a c, right? So you can figure out that your c equals -2. So we know this right here is a -2. Now they took their next point and they plugged this point in. So we know our x is -1. All right? And they plugged it in and they solved it down and they came up with this equation right here. 5 equals a minus b plus c. We really don't know what everything is in this case yet, but we got an equation here with 3 unknowns. Then they plugged 2, 2 in. So they took their third point, they plugged it in, put 2 for x and set 2 for y, and they came up with this equation right here. We now have 2 equations, which could be, if let's say c didn't come out like this, this could be 3 equations, 3 unknowns, right? All right, and we know how to solve 3 equations, 3 unknowns through elimination. Or, well, you would know how to do it through a matrix. But what's nice about this is, in this example here, they've got c equal to -2. So what they did is they plugged in here for this. They put -2 in for c here and -2 for c here. And they are able to come up with these 2 equations. And these 2 equations, it's 2 equations, 2 unknowns. We can do it through elimination or substitution. Either way would work. And what they did is they turned around. Let's say we did it through substitution, and I'm going to substitute for the a. So I'm going to make a equal to b plus 7. You see what I did there? I moved it over, right? And I'm going to plug that into this one. So 4 times b plus 7 plus 2b equals 4. And I'm going to solve it out. Distribute through on this one here. 4b plus 28 plus 2b equals 4. Combine my like terms. 6b plus 28 equals 4. Bring my 28 over. 6b equals a -24. b equals -4. Okay? And that's what they figured out right here. B equals -4. So now I have my b and my c. I know my c equals -2. I know my b equals -4. I can plug this -4 back into here. So I can say a plus now 4 equals 7 because it's negative out in front of it. Okay? Bring that over. A equals 3. I've got my a, I got my b, and I got my c. Now I can write out my standard form equation. This is -4 and this is 3, right? And if I write this out like this, I can say y equals 3x squared. I got -4, so -4x minus 2, and that would be my answer. So what they're doing is they're taking the 3 points, They're plugging it into this standard form equation right here, and really what they're going to do is they're going to come up with 3 equations, 3 unknowns. Unless by chance you got a 0 somewhere in your x value, then you can get rid of one of them. But what you're going to do is you're going to come up with 3 equations, 3 unknowns, and then you have to solve it for A, B, and C. Okay? Any questions on that? So before, when you did 3 equations, 3 unknowns, and you solved them, you just had the equations. Now you've got to create the equations using these points. You have to create those equations and then solve it. All right, let's take a look down here. Do the odds. Just do the odds for this, which is nice. Look what happens. They're putting a 0 in there for you guys, so you really end up only having, because there's a 0 for an x here, a 0 for an x here, and there's a 0 for an x here, so you'll end up with 2 equations, 2 unknowns. But it'll look a lot like the example. What's that? Do 1 through 5, 1, 3, and 5. Let me take a look on the other side here. What do we got here? Do 1, 3, and 5. Don't worry about the back page. Just do those 3. 1, 3, and 5. Yes, I will.